You know, some places don't need to make a sound to scare you. Their silence alone feels alive, like the walls are breathing. This happened about 50 years ago. Back then, I was living in London, working as a property agent. My job was to inspect old houses, some abandoned, some left unsold for decades. Most of them had ordinary stories behind them, but this one was different. Everyone said the same thing about it. No one stays there for long. The house was a grand old Victorian mansion, creaky wooden stairs, tall windows, and mirrors that seemed older than time itself. At first glance, it looked beautiful, but there was something about it, something heavy in the air. The day I went there, it was raining. Dark clouds hung low, and every gust of wind made the front door moan. As soon as I stepped inside, I felt it, that strange pressure, like the air itself didn't want me there. The ground floor looked normal, a living room, an old fireplace, a kitchen buried in dust. But the moment I started climbing the stairs, everything changed. Halfway up, I swear I heard someone breathe right behind me. I turned quickly. Nothing. At the top was a long hallway, 4 rooms on the right, 2 on the left, all of them locked, except one, room number 9. Its door was half open, creaking softly. I pushed it a little. It opened with a long, tired groan. Inside, the air was colder. The curtains fluttered, like someone had just walked through them. In the corner stood an old wooden bed, the blanket neatly laid, as if someone had just gotten up. I thought maybe the previous owner left some furniture behind. I stepped inside, and the door slammed shut, hard, like someone had kicked it. My heart froze. I rushed to the handle. It wouldn't move. Then I heard it. Footsteps, soft, slow, but very clear, coming from inside the room. My eyes darted to the mirror near the bed, and there she was, a woman, long hair, white dress, her face half hidden in shadow. I turned around instantly, but the room was empty. When I looked back at the mirror, she was still there, and this time, she was looking straight at me. I grabbed the handle again, and suddenly, it opened easily, as if nothing had ever been wrong. I ran downstairs, out of the house, into the cold rain. My heart was still pounding. The next morning, I returned with a worker. I didn't dare go alone. We opened the same room again. Everything looked perfectly normal, except for one thing. Against the wall, there was an old wooden frame, half covered in dust. Inside it was a black and white photo of a woman. The same face, the same long hair. When I showed it to the owner, his voice went quiet. He said softly, "That's my wife. She took her own life in that room nearly 50 years ago. Since then, no one has ever stayed there overnight." I closed the file right there, and from that day on, I never walked into an old house alone again. Sometimes, when it rains at night, I still feel someone breathing softly behind me, just like that night in room number 9.